Beautiful souls, beautiful souls in this crazy world. I come to guide you at a time where humanity is desperate for balance, for peace, and yet so many resist the notion of peace because they are fighting for it. And by fighting for peace, you get lost in the opposite of peace. And so I want to come to remind you that peace is a beacon. It is an inspiration, something that you know to be true and available, not something that you need to create. And ever so often, when the world comes to a point like this, when the world needs hope, the divine fatherly energy brings the inspiration to create. And I was simply an aspect of the feminine. For the masculine cannot create without the feminine chalice. Creation on earth, the seed of life. Without the feminine, the masculine will always only be the seed, the idea. The feminine, the mother, creates it into being. She adds her beauty, her love, her compassion and nurturing, and creates something beautiful. And sometimes just creates the space for hope and something extraordinary to give humanity direction. I didn't show up in that lifetime simply as a mere girl, lucky enough to be chosen. I was one of many initiates in the Temple of Solomon. I grew up in the temple, being prepared to maybe one day be the vessel. I dedicated my life to being present, to being available in case I was chosen. And when the divine spark activated within me, I became one of the three. I became the mother energy so that the child could find a way to be. And this is the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Mother, and the child, because the child is always the hope, the growth, the expansion of life on earth or any dimension, of souls expanding beyond what has been. And when humanity stagnates, we all come together to be that spark, to induce new growth, a new growth spirit, to reconnect all to the possibilities of what can be, of miracles, of moving beyond the comprehension of what was previously thought possible. And sometimes we are just the one that has a part to play. We are simply the vessel. We are simply the space holder for something extraordinary to come to pass. And each and every one of you has that ability to be a space holder, to create room for miracles, for new things beyond what has ever been seen on this earth plane. And the possibilities are endless. You don't have to know what you are a vessel of. It is simply about showing up. It is simply about being pure and of good intent to dedicate your life to the greater picture, to all of humankind and soulkind beyond this earth. As above, so below, and as below, so above. So what you create below now has an effect on all other dimensions. So we need to choose wisely to not get stuck in what is said to be possible and what not. For miracles do not operate within your mind span, where you think about what is possible and what not. Miracles come through the open door, where you are willing to leave room for the unexpected, that which you cannot create on your own, that which you cannot predict or foresee or try to make happen, but to simply be present, to simply show up and know that your truth will spark with the greater truth of the cosmic entity that you know as God, the Creator Father energy that creates through the Creator Mother energy. And thus we are all the child as well. And the child breathes the new life, the new ways of being, creates a new way of being alive, stretches beyond old paradigms and belief systems to be true to whatever can be. And so you enter into the space of the Trinity, where you are not necessarily the one, but a piece of each. And every aspect resides in you. And when you balance the beautiful masculine father energy with the divine feminine mother energy inside of you, a new child is born, a new hope, a new destiny on earth. And with every step you take, a new way is being created beyond anything that has ever been seen before. And your role is important. Your aspect, your mere reason for being is beyond the scope of this earth. It is beyond anything that you can believe to be true, to be created. And only by surrendering to the flow, the unfolding path, can you portray this as a whole to the fullest of your potential. And thus we guide your hand, we take you forward, allowing you to expand naturally into that which awaits. And thus we want to say, know that you are loved. Know that everything since the time of my being and my lifetime has brought you here to this moment of unfolding, of choice. And now it is up to you. What will you decide? What will your willingness be? What will your capacity be to be a channel, to be creation in action, to be the new hope, the new destiny? Just know that we are with you every step of the way. And as you walk forward, no wrong can be done. Simply trust. You are the one.